Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on UppTalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say UppTalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you are new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
Let's take this one. Same kind of setup will be working for all kind of integration. Now we have taken EV. What security that you are talking about, it should be working the same for connectors. It should be working for same studio. It should be working for any other integration also. Now EIVs associate. Have you created any EABs? Yes, I created it. EAB should be associated with the data source. Actually, in two ways. One is your custom report can be your data source also. Your web service also can be your data source. Most of the cases we typically go for custom report because we have our data requirements. We need to have this data to be sent to vendor kind of things. Based on the data required, we will go with custom report because web service does not offer data what we need actually. Web service will be offering complete data that is there in Workday, which we cannot filter that through web service. And that is the reason why we go with custom report actually. We will configure and create a custom report and we will go with attaching that custom report to the integration. Since you are attaching your custom report to integration, you need to ensure that all the data that you have in this custom report you have access to you in the sense your security group that you're creating for integration that has access to all the data from the customer. Once it has, then your integration will be able to pick the data into the system. Now let me open this report. Now around employee decks. I will just format this report with some unwanted fields that we can be clear on the complete security. I have added more calibrated fields, the same data. I will be avoiding that. I have employee name, hired date, and hired date format. I am removing this one. That I have created just one. Formatting the hire date function. Create a field and job profile. Create a calculated field for the terminated employee, which I am removing. And build it. This is your HR HCM class created or something else. Reporting. Reporting session. Reporting and calculated fields. What's that thing? One more. This is a theme classes. What is that? Reporting classes one-on-one or this course. Group or class 30 to 40. Now I have a report which I updated and this is already attached to the integration. And this is an integration system which doesn't have any security attached. Now I'm going to attach the security and run the integration with the security that I will be creating. First, we need to have, as I said, about the ISU, which is integration system user. First, we need to create integration system user. Before we are creating EIBs, we do have the integration system user or when we need to create this integration system. For every integration, there will be a separate integration system users we will be creating for every integration. It will not be before. Once you have integration developed, then you will be configuring a security for that one. One question, if you want EABs, one ICU, there will be a separate ICU. You cannot use one user for multiple integrations. System will not allow you. Let's say I'm using this one. I can actually configure for this one. The same can be configured to other integration when it is already assigned to this one. It will not be taking issue for one integration. Security group we can attach for multiple integration system users. This one can be added for multiple security groups, but you cannot add this user for multiple integration as an integration system user. Confused or you understood? Maybe confused. Can you explain one more time? This ICU you can use for only one integration. When it is already in use of one integration, you cannot use this again to other integration. If you wanted to use this again to other integration, you need to remove this as existing user for any of the existing integration and then use this for any other integration. But when it is already in use with other integration, you cannot assign ICU to any other integration, meaning that you can have this to be assigned for only one integration. You cannot assign this ICU for multiple integration. Security one question here. Risk. That means in general real time, there are many ISO users are no only even. There are 100 integrations. If your organization is following that, every integration has to run with ISO, not with individual account, means 100 integrations have 100 ISOs. That's the normal behavior. That's the general scenario because you cannot assign one ICU for two integration or more than two integration. One ICU cannot be assigned more than one integration. But security can be assigned. Security group, let's say you assigned ISU to security. Group, one security group, and the same security can be used for multiple ISUs. You have 100 ISUs. 100 ISUs are extracting personal information domains. Are multiple security related personal data you can assign. Security can be assigned to multiple users, but your ISU cannot be assigned to multiple integrations or multiple integration systems because it can be assigned to only one integration as a one basic fundamental. Now I'm creating this ISU. Now in the password standards we need to follow. I don't think password does not make the requirements. Thank you. I mean giving all the possibility. When it is already created, the same password also will have an issue actually. You need to. Minimum number of required, mini required 20. I think we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. You've created this, I assume. Basically, the default behavior of Workday is every user. It can be yours, mine's integrations. For every 90 days, your account will get expired and you need to reset your password. Your password will get expired and you need to reset your password. For every 90 days, that's the default behavior. If it is individual years or mine's, we can actually set. Once it is expired, we can set that. But if it is integration, one every 90 days, if it is getting expired, if an integration is scheduled every day after 90 days, if password gets expired, if the ISU is attached to the integration might fail then. Decrease is not authenticated because password has got expired. You'll not be having a kind of note. If you have 100 users, you'll not be making a note of 100 users when each password will get expired. And during the tiny days, go back to that and reset the password. That would be hard, and we did the daily. You can maintain actually. What Workday has given is option for you. Make your exemption for password expiry. Just for integration section, that after 90 days you'll not see any interruption. In failures of the integration and password is expired. Once your ISV is created, immediately if it is created, you need to go and attach to the password. Rules actually maintain. Password rules maintain. We don't have access to that. There is a task called maintain password rules. They don't think you have access to this one. You need to go to the task and add your ISO that you have created that will not expire even after 90 days. With that, you will not be seeing any kind of interruption for your integration. That will fail after 90 days. Because the default behavior is for 90 days, it will get expired. If you create a ISU and you attach it to the security groups and you go and attach ISU to the integration, that might work for 90 days. After 90 days, the password will get expired. And after 90th day, you will be saying integration failing, saying that integration is not authenticated. Security is not authenticated. You will see that till yesterday, it was working fine. All the permissions that we have assigned are fine. What has happened today? It is failing. Will not be able to understand this one. Does it notify anywhere your password expire or not? No, you have experienced that. It will not be notified because there is a default behavior. Will not be notified. 90 days every password, not only in the past, but only in the past. Integrations, your password will be expired. Your Workday password, or if your sandbox password that you have set, it will also be. There's a reason why you need to make it for this new. You need to actually have it assigned to the password rules. that your expiry can be exempted actually for integrations. There won't be any kind of impact. That is the first thing that you need to do the moment you create integration system user. What is the user that we created? I think it has gone. Let us create a security group now. This is a report. Actually, this is a data source, and your security group should actually pick up this information. We will access the security group later. Create security group. Integration unconstrained secondary, but there should not be any limit for your security group. System security group unconstrained one. Here you need to assign your integrated system that you have created in previous. This one is what we created. We are assigned. Now integration system security group is assigned with the security user. Now you need to provide us security for this room. This is your security group. Go to your data source. First, you need to have access to your data source. Data source. Go to this data source's security. Use security. To this data source, we have this many policies. First, you need to have access to the data source or the domains that you need to conserve first, actually before getting security. If you have, just look at your data. What do you have? You don't have any personal information. You don't need to go into any personal data. Personal name. This individually, we need to check each and every whatever. It's a unit of one figure actually. These are all default security groups. First, integrating employee data. There are around 38. I don't need it. 30 are required. The read access of this domain. You can actually go to each domain and give, or you can open Integration Club and add all the domains. That also you can do. I will show both. Have gone to mine and adding the integration security group. data input, whether you are sending the data or pulling the data. You are sending the data. Now you added security to the domain. That will be individual actually. Go by domain. You can actually go to each domain and do, or if you wanted to get a domain to your security group, go to the related actions, security group maintain, domain policy permissions. Now, here you can actually add all your integrations. We just added this. Now we want to add two more things. This is important one. This is an important one. Self-service. Current staffing information is nothing, but this will provide employee self-service action. No need for adding integration because this provide access to employee to manage their self-staffing information. I think of that. When you're actually looking at it, you have some kind of unrelated data which are not considering for your integration. I'm not actually worrying about all those things. Data performance reviews, we don't have any performance data, no need to worry about that. Thank you. I think we have added all the two domains which are. The rest of the domains are not needed actually. I'm not because we don't have that information that you are integrating. I'm not actually adding to that, adding that one to the this one. That is at the source level of the integration. This is the report and data source level. We actually added all the required security. Now adding that field level. Employee ID is a free field for any security. You should not be worrying about employee ID. Employee ID does not need any security. Even though if I access, employee ID field that comes under these domain, you can see this. We already added, no need of adding this one. I should look for employee. And then you can see here worker data, worker ID, which is related to worker ID, means employee. You can think of your security. We take this one, copy it, add to the list. That should be now we have added. Security related employee. Now check for legal name. I think legal name should be generic actually. You don't need any specific security. But let me check legal name does not have any security it. It will come for any user. There is no security policy assigned. It is a free domain. You don't need any security coming to higher date actually. Current staffing information, which we already added. No need to worry about that. Self-service we don't need. We added the staffing information. That should cover the higher date actually. Now position. Position, if you wanted to have access to the position, you can actually assign this worker data on positions. Take this to mind and assign to your integration security group. Create all positions. Now you have given position permissions. Now job profile. Field level security, you need to ensure that you have access to all the data, means all the fields that you've added to the report. Oh, every field, we need to check that. The who does this now? Whose role is responsible for these things? The person who is creating that report, or now who needs to be aware of creating integration. Oh, I think the integration should have understanding on integration security. But the field signed the custom report. Whatever, we created the custom report. Then they will create that custom report. And let's say somebody is working on reporting from a national report. No, if you're an integration developer, you will be creating the report also. Oh, integration developer. They, if you're an integration developer, it's not that some other team will be creating a report and you'll be taking the report and attach the integration. No, that's not the thing. Attaching the report is 1 minute, even half-minute task actually. Oh, really? But as part of your development, you'll be creating your report and you'll be attaching that report to the integration. Oh, I got it. I have added permissions for job profile. Now going to any other data that we have: job profile, business title. You will be using this kind of cost whenever you are working on integration. You will be an integration developer. You will need to provide an estimate actually. You'll be checking the requirement and what is the data. All those things you'll be estimating and you'll be providing whether it is 1 week activity or 2 week activity or 1 month activity. You'll be providing your requirement. Oh, then by experience we know nobody will suggest you how long it will take and what. Thank you. We have access to business title. It does not need any specific domain because it's a free security location. Whenever you don't see the security policy, it means that you don't need any specific security. Now I'm going for company. Even company also does not need any security policy. It comes by default. Employee type, this we already added. We should be the report headcount plan is not required. We already added current staffing information. Should be we should not worry. Then we have worker type. Here also this is the is worker type active and terminated. We did not add. I'm going to add this one. Based on the field level, you need to associate all the permissions that is associated with the security policy that you'll have full security for your integration. Now, current staffing, which we already added, we don't need. This and reports learning course. We don't need actually now coming to the total base pay amount. Proven based play on security. Ochre data compensation. I think we already had this one, but I'll see. Ochre data compensation by organization. We have to click and add this one. Now we've added all the required security at field level, at source level. Now I'm saving this one with all the list of security added. Active, this one, Jennifer. Whatever the permission that we have added, that will be showing in the list before you confirm the domain. While activating whatever the security policy that I wanted are going to show up, I'm clicking on. Now our integration is ready. Actually, this is our security policy. Group integration should be ready for attaching the security. I'm going to take this as an ICU. Going to attach this to the integration. This is my integration. You have the account edit. Now your ICU is added to the integration. The integration is owned by, you can see here, it is owned by this ICU. When you run this one, your integration will be running with this user actually. this one now. I did not contribute delivery. If there is any insufficient security, be getting data blanks actually, but I'll go and show you. Running the integration. Now integration you can see here, run as this one, as this person, initiated by me, but running as this one because I made this ISU as a owner for the integration. That is the reason only with this ISU. Only who will have access this server, this user, or only Logan McNeil and the ASU or anybody else can use this integration. Security. Anybody else can use this integration user. Any can use. Anyway can use. Anyone who have a security access for integrations, they should be able to access this. Ideally, only integration implementation will be able to access integrations. Now it is completed if you get all the data in the system, which means that security will. Again, should have worked actually, but if something is blank, we got all the data you can see we got. What employee name? Hire date. Position, job profile, business title, and the business title location we got. All the data security that we have given is working. We don't see any. If there is no security, you will see blank. Some places there are no data means data is not available. Data is not available. For this employee, you can see some information is blank, which means the data is not this employee. This employee is terminated employee. Oliver Reynolds is a terminated employee. We will not have position, have job profile, will not have business, site will not have any location, terminator number will not have a position, no will not have a job profile, will not have a business site, but terminator number, that's the issue, is blank. And is it that some data is visible? Even though everything is configured, it's not going to happen that even though both are active employees, it won't miss. The data should be available all the time, should be available. Field level security is important. Field level security primarily when you're working on EIBs, field level security is important and that actually gets all the required data for you. That's all your integration security will go. In general, what kind of questions they might ask in this security or even my A, Bs when they are creating. They will not ask all these things, whatever we have done. No, in general high level, anybody will ask to test something, say, if I am applying any reporting or something. Or integration developer. They will ask something about integrations. Not the security, not the set of security for integrations, and or they will not ask. They already expected that guy. If capability of integration developments, if you're there wanting any kind of developer, they'll be asking questions related to developer development only. I mean, that guy knows the whole thing, he will do it. What is it going to be based on the list? What is your integration requirement that you've recently worked on, which is a complex? The person will be explaining. This was the recent integration that we have done. This was a kind of development that we have done and all. Is there any way that you can do with other integration rather than this one? Based on that, there will be framing questions accordingly. Security related thing, whatever we have done should be standard. What I've shown you now address level and data level. You can go with the same process. Same process. Basically, this is for integration. Yes, other also EIB. If I another event studio also, we need to do the same thing. Should you also same once you develop a studio integration. You will be deploying the studio integration to Workday now. Once you have the studio in Workday, the same process, whatever we have done, you should be doing. Once you develop that and push into Workday, you will be doing the same process. Even characters also. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.